Oh man, what's the business? You already know what time it is. It's your folk Marquise, and welcome to another episode of, that's right, Playing Maturity. Oh man, welcome to another episode of Playing Maturity. As you know, we're here to bring a message of maturity to millennials and their minors in an effort to create the perfect citizen. So check this out. As you already know, we've been talking about race, the reality of choosing character over color. Last week we talked about love conquers all. This one we talking about divide and conquer. So I'm gonna kind of finish it up for this month, discussing the reality that when we're divided, we get conquered. It's just what it is. Like, I'm sure you've heard of that adage, divide and conquer. It's a military tactic. You divide them, you pit them against each other, then you're going to conquer them. They're going to fall. Why? There's no unity. There's no cohesion. One thing we learn in the military is unit cohesion, where the unit has to come together to learn how to flow, how to operate. You a quartermaster, so you do supply and stuff. Well, okay, I'll just leave it at that. But the Army in the general sense, you got the quartermaster who does supply things of that nature, and you have infantry. Of course, they do infantry combat things of that nature, raids, and you got combat engineers. Everybody works together as a well-oiled machine. But when there is dissension, when there's these schisms, when there are these issues, then the enemy can pick you apart. This is the importance of character over color, and the reality of us all as a people having a common interest and a common goal and a common ground. So when I look at neighborhoods and communities and I'm like, all right, boom, y'all this side of town, y'all that side of town, y'all this, y'all that, what's going on? What is it that you desire? Do you want a community? Do you want a place of safety? Do you want a place of prosperity and growth and this and that? If so, there are things you got to do. I know what it's like to lose loved ones. I know what it's like to be in gun violence and experience things of that nature. But like, at some point, there has to be a group who's willing to call the truth. The mutual parties come together and say, you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And why I keep talking about street stuff? Because that is a large issue within the communities of color. The violence that plays. All right, if you already getting money, if you already successful, if you already got successful businesses, if you already got prosperity in your community, in your neighborhood and things of that nature, that's wonderful. But with Playing Maturity, our goal is to bring a message of maturity to millennials and their minors. So not just the street stuff, the urban mentality. I talk about other things as well. As y'all already know, y'all seen the prior videos. If you haven't, please go check them out. I talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. But that is my demographic. That is my message, to talk about changing the mindset of the culture from many of the things that cause us pain and many times causes us to be ridiculed by other races, by other ethnic groups, by society, that we shouldn't be the laughing stock. It's your folk Marquise, man. This is how we coming. So anyway, divide and conquer. I try not to get into politics too much, but I just ask people to do research and really make informed decisions when you look at that. Because we as a people, if we divided as a land, oh, I'm a Democrat, or I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. Who has the best interest for the people? Like, dig deeper and see. Don't just watch the news and see what they say. Let's really, you trying to take our guns. Anybody that's trying to take our guns, I don't see how you see that beneficial. Well, what you need with a big assault rifle? What you need with an AR-15 if you going hunting? Man, let me tell you something. If 2, 3, or 4 armed attackers came to your house, like I've seen in many old videos on YouTube, go check out the brother, I think it's John Correa. Shout out to John Correa. ASP, Active Self-Protection. Go check out Active Self-Protection, where he shows real life videos, real life footage, and he goes through it to teach people lessons. Dope channel, dope show, love his stuff. All right. There's one video where he shows a man's home being invaded by like 3 or 4 armed. These guys is armed attackers with like tactical vests and like street clothes, but tac vests running up in there, and they got guns. They strapped. I believe the man had an AR-15 and was able to defend his home where them boys took off running out there. I mean, cool, pistols are great. But sometimes you might need something with a little more kick, with a little more reach, and with a little more scare tactic. The psychological, when you hear that AR go off, bah, you're like, oh, snap, little 9, pa. You know what I'm saying? Even a 40, I like 40s, boom, that 45 will get your mind right too. And of course the pump. But that AR, man, you got 30 or you got a 75 round mag or something like, I mean, hey, everybody getting away from this spot. Or AK-47. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Brothers and sisters like myself and others, we put on our uniform to go over there, as they say, and to defend the freedoms and rights that we have in this nation. Don't believe this crap. Don't believe it, man. It's divide the people and then conquer them. Don't believe the hype. I'm a veteran and I'm an educated young person. I'm woke for real. I know what's going on for real. I wrote the book on it. 500-page nonfiction. Now I got another one coming right behind it. Overstanding. I overstand what's going on. It's your folk Marquise. You already know what time it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification as we drop in these videos every Monday right here on YouTube at the official Marquise Trent channel. And we just gonna keep on coming. The shirt is available. Go ahead and order it at the website below. And you can also pre-order the book as well. It's your folk Marquise. Think different. Live different. Any questions? Y'all bless.